Trevor, are you there? Okay. Here, I'm pulling up YouTube on my phone. Just give me 2 seconds. I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi. Okay, cool. Um, what do you think? Do we go with Puljujärvi or I saw Bjorkstrand off screen. He fits in the top six. I'm leaning towards Puljujärvi though. Like bottom six is he'll more than likely be a third line player on our team. Um, and he'll play on the power play for sure. Do it. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Um, because we need a guy who's better than Bach, and I think Puljujärvi could be that guy. 50 points last year, 40 assists. Just over the past 3 seasons, at least, a consistent 40-plus point guy. The rest of his career uh, was less promising. So we're banking on him to be his 2025-26 self and beyond. But I don't know, man. Let's let's hope it works out. I am gonna check one more thing because I totally forgot to do this. We'll go two-way, and I want to check if there are any prospects available. That would be worth it for me to sign. It actually doesn't look like it, but we'll go here real quick and check. And no, actually, none of these prospects are worth signing. So we're done for free agency. We've got our associate coach for the AHL. It's apparently exactly what he wants. We got my assistant coach, and I got my AHL goalie coach. Got one scout. I did not get my AHL goalie coach, and I did get the other scout, so the last thing I have to do is get my NHL goalie coach. I think I might have said AHL accidentally. Staff chemistry did go down to a 70. It went down 4 points. So that's not great, but whatever. I'll offer this guy a decent amount of money to be my goalie coach. A decent amount. Puljujärvi accepted, so we have our third line forward, and I got Chychrun. So I actually have my top pair set for next year. As far as other defensemen left on the market, there's not a ton. Not a ton. But I don't think that prospect is going to get any better, and that's a problem. Jake Bean, he was fine. Um, yeah, I mean, like, he was okay. I think we're going to sign Bean. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be for a year as kind of a placeholder for something better. But we definitely need an upgrade on defense, and I'm not convinced that that prospect is going to be the answer. Staff chemistry is all of a sudden down to a 51, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Um, if the team does end up struggling, I think that was actually the guy that I tried to sign the first time. We'll just go down the list. If I do end up struggling, that coach will be fired, and we'll find a placeholder, but for the time being, I think that we're good. I got my NHL goalie coach. I'm still waiting, and Jake Bean has become a Hurricane for the second time. Now, these are just prospects accepting their qualifying offers. Draft picks are so overpriced in this game, it's ridiculous. Someone wanted to trade me Brett Pesce, who is I think 33 at this point, so that would be a risk. Yusuf Alamaki to Colorado, though. That's the first real or like middle of the off-season trade that we've seen. I'm gonna say take everybody off the block. Just because I don't want to deal with it, you know. But we'll keep going. I'm only gonna have time for one season tonight. Because I think Elise and I are just gonna hang out tonight. She's just doing some babysitting right now for her aunt. So first of all, no. I don't appreciate this. I really don't appreciate this. The fact that I have 3 capable NHL centers and they still put whatever. Okay. This guy, he was a second round pick of mine in 21, and I have gotten 164 NHL games out of him, 2 full seasons, and 40 points. Not good, but he will hit the 200 game mark this year, which makes him a, quote, decent pick. Buse was a first round pick of mine that I'm also waiting on. This was his rookie year, and yeah, I'm hoping he develops. But I think this is the forward core of this team. The top 6, you're not getting past. This top 6 is disgusting. You know, even the third line, really, really good. The fourth line with Pristola on it makes it better. I just, I want it to be balanced. Defensively, I like this enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take away from the +3 that Fleury and Sergachev have. It does increase my defensive depth, and is Bean just not a fit? Oh, right. Spot it up. He is a fit. They're both left-handed, which, I mean, it's a little annoying that I'm icing exclusively left defenders, actually. But, I really just want the team to be as good as possible, and Bean makes the team better. Goaltending, obviously, it's not changed. We've seen the scratches. I've made both of these players scratches. Special teams on the power play. Puljujarvi is on the power play, and that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, that first unit's gross. That second unit's really good too. Wow. Um, yeah, so the team's fine. I'm not gonna check Chicago because I really don't care about the Wolves because at this point in the game, like, if I do have a prospect that breaks out, awesome, but the way I've built my team, it's not very likely that that will happen. So we'll simulate to the trade deadline, as we've done in pretty much every other iteration of this game. And we'll keep on chugging along here. But yeah, like I said, just a season tonight, nothing more. Because obviously I don't have plans, but I do want to hang out with Elise because we've been working all week, and I actually want to like be present. Um, and I don't. There won't be a stream tomorrow night. Honestly, this might be the only stream we get for a few days. I've been very busy, and I will stay very busy. Shit, I mean I had that. So I have Pacific Central Metro. I need one person in the Atlantic Division. I've not scouted players in the Atlantic. And then I need a scout in, I assume the USA East. They never scout the East. So I have USA Central and USA East. No, I actually need West. There's not a ton of players in the West. Actually, there's more than I thought there would be. 16 and 6 versus, actually they have a little bit, they usually have a little bit more, I think, um, than the East. But so the Central this year, I mean, we could look, scout specific players. I mean, the highest, they have actually 3 possible first round picks in this year's draft, um, along with 3 possible second round picks, and then just exclusively depth, or like probably crappy prospects after this. But um, what is cool about it is that I don't know about the East, what the East is like, but let's take a look and see which division has the best prospects this year. So he's scouting actually the top 4. They have 1 projected first round pick, 1 projected second round pick, and then 4 projected third round picks. So the East is actually pretty weak this year. They typically are, if I remember correctly. I don't draft a ton of players from the East. I don't know why I keep hitting triangle. And the USA Central might have a top 5 pick. No, actually, so it's a really bad year for the USA as a whole. Obviously, they have more prospects, and so there's going to be a lot of players, in these middle rounds. But so it's actually not looking like a very good year for the USA overall. So I might need to keep that in mind. Now, granted, there are usually 1 or 2 gems that come from the USA pretty much every year, at least ones that my scouts like. But the Canes not doing well. Only 1 goal in the first 2 games to start the year. And it's looking like I might have to fire my coach. I don't know. It's just 2 games. 3 games with, okay, but a 9-4 win over Chicago. I mean, well, when you frame it this way, the Canes have 11 goals in 4 games, and now a 6-0 win. I think it just took us a little bit of time to get ready, or to get set up, and just to kind of feel things out. But yeah, win this on home ice so far. I don't think we won against Dallas either. The projected top pick in this year's draft is a Russian player, currently actually from Belarus. Um, a Jacob Vrana. That's funny. The simulation has glitched. Um, I doubt we found any gems. Oh no, we have. Wow. So from the DEL, Davis Marco, a defensive left defenseman who has played in 5 games and seen 14 minutes of ice time on average. Apparently he's a good skater, which for a defensive defenseman actually isn't that common. He doesn't know how to shoot, but again, he's a defensive defenseman. I'm receiving a phone call, so give me just a minute. Oh my god, that was the longest phone call of my life. Um, Sorry. Well, anyways, here's the draft. We have this one guy who is apparently NHL ready, or at least very close, which is exciting. He's probably like a 77 out of the draft, which is really good for the middle of the second round. So that might be worth trading up for, or even picking with my first pick, but we'll see. He is a defensive defenseman, but I have been saying that I need the defensive help, so might be worth taking a shot at. Fetch out for the season, at least the regular season. But this team is what I wanted them to be. We are a top team in the division. We've clinched the conference already. Despite having a ton of injury issues, we've stayed pretty strong. Fleury is back. I don't know when Svetch comes back. Um, but the Canes are just lighting up this league, man. It's not particularly close. Got Teravainen, Buse, and me scoring a goal for the Carolina Hurricanes. That's right. I saw my player on the trade block, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting him away from the New York Islanders because the last season they finally made the playoffs, and again this year they're just tanking. So it is about time to get my player away from that team. So I might have been a little selfish and have done that, but let's be honest, you would do that too. So we will simulate just a couple of days. Hopefully the team will get a little healthier these next couple of days. Chicago lost a player. The NHL regular season has been completed. And let's take a look at the injury report because I do believe that Svechnikov is still out for this series. So that's going to hurt the team a little bit. Yes, he's out until the 21st. So he's definitely out for this series, unfortunately. But this season, Sebastian Aho led the team with 94 points. Suzuki was the other point per game player, again having a great year. Dan back up to 74 points. That's what I like to see. And yeah, just a really good season from Svench and Teravainen. Gunler had a really good year. Sergachev with a Norris caliber season, and my player since the trade, 14 points in 21 games. Not terrible, and actually better than the clip I was scoring at with the Islanders, which is a pretty big deal. My player's been a consistent, really 50 plus point player for his career. So actually having only 44 points is a pretty low year for me, but this is the clip that I'm used to. So I'm very happy. And yes, it is nepotism, but like let's be honest. Like again, you'd do the same thing, you know? There's Smushy, in case he ever does watch this. I believe Elise is next on the Minnesota Wild. 99 points. She's had a hell of a career. In fact, she's actually over a point per game pace throughout her career and hasn't had a season below 80 points since 2023, her second year in the league. So that's really good. Trevor, your player with the San Jose Sharks, 74 points, and you actually didn't. You were outscored by Timothy Howard, a former third overall pick. So that's a bit of a rivalry going on between you two, but a solid season. And it doesn't look like your Sharks made the playoffs again. Minnesota made the playoffs, as did Dallas. Obviously, the Hurricanes made the playoffs. So, yeah, it is kind of sad. Second period, Dan, Chychrun, and Suzuki scoring. Suzuki's goal ends up being on the power play. You'd probably come cheap. No, you don't. Stop lying. And Sergachev gets the insurance marker to win the game for the Hurricanes. So the Canes take a 1-0 series lead with that win. Sergachev with a solid game, 2 points in that game. Chicago has 4 games in a row. Wow. That's a hellacious stretch to end the season. Um, Geez. Wow. Buse with an unlikely goal from the fourth line there, right in between the circles. Second period, Gunler with a goal from a really tough angle. And the third period, Suzuki gets the game winner, Girard gets the empty net goal, and the Carolina Hurricanes win both games on home ice to just, wow, Suzuki, crazy. 4 points, not bad. I don't know, the Canes are doing well. I'm happy with the progress we've made. My player scoring the first goal of the game, and Patrick Puistola scoring as well. Second period, Detroit ties it thanks to Nikita Gusev, and they win it thanks to Staubitz. So Detroit takes game 3, cuts the lead in half, and Chicago is a playoff team. Well, that last little stretch of the season, playoff team playing against the Iowa Wild. Here we go, Carolina versus Detroit. Detroit gets the first 2 goals of the game. Second period, Campbell makes it 3-1. Third period, Canes tie it. Dan McLaughlin with his first of the series, and Suzuki scoring from right in close with 1:30 left. The Canes and Red Wings are heading to overtime. All right. I think I did do CPU. Okay. Aho versus Cunnin on the face-off, and Aho wins it back to Hayden Fleury. I forget that he's on the first pair. Teuvo Teravainen, nice move to avoid the hit. Scores! What a play! Ryan Suzuki with the game-winning goal just a few seconds into overtime. And the Carolina Hurricanes come back and stun the Red Wings in game 4. The Red Wings were up 3-1. They were up 3-0 at one point. The Canes scored 4 unanswered goals to win that game. Suzuki with 2 goals, having a very solid series, obviously with a goal per game right now. We're heading to game 5. First period, we're simming. Aho, Necas, and Dan scoring goals for the Hurricanes. Second period, Dan gets his second, Chychrun adds 1, and the third period, Buse and Gunler score. The Canes embarrassing the Red Wings, sweeping them. Or not sweeping them. I can't count. I said game 5. I'm just dumb. Okay, but the Canes win in 5 games. Svech is back in time for the next game, which is going to be huge for the Hurricanes. And here we go. First round of the playoffs is over. It's Canes and Caps. So definitely a bit more of a challenge. Actually, the Caps were one of the wild card teams. Interesting. So Mantha scoring against the Canes, but Girard gets the goal in the first period. Second period, Teravainen takes the lead right on the net. In the third period, Aho scores to win it. Dan and Svechnikov in his return to the lineup score as well, and the Canes take game number 1. Aho having a very solid playoffs with 9 points in 6 games. Really, that entire first line has been fantastic. So here we go. Game 2, Buse scoring again. He's reliable for a couple goals every playoffs. Svech with a power play goal to increase the lead to 2-0 in the second. Third period, Svech scores his second, and Teravainen gets the empty net goal. Canes win and take a 2-0 series lead. Aho with another 2 points in that game, both of which were assists, obviously. All right, here we go. Game 3. Aho with his third goal of the playoffs there from a pretty tough angle. Second period, Stankoven with his first of the playoffs, and third period, another 4-1 win. Fleury scoring, and Sergachev gets the empty netter. Brock McGinn tries to get a revenge goal against the Canes, but the Canes take a 3-0 series lead, and once again, Aho with another point. Game 4 against the Capitals. First period, Aho with a goal, or not, what? Lucas Johansson with the goal. I don't know what I'm talking about. Second period, Suzuki scoring. Mantha did score for the Caps there in the third period. That score will hold. So the Canes have only played in 9 games and are in the Eastern Conference Final. The Caps did not pose a challenge. Through 4 games, they scored 5 goals. Not good. And they allowed 4+ goals in every game except for the last one. Current round of the playoffs is over. And it's Canes and Sabres. This is actually a rematch of a couple of years ago, I believe. First period, no scoring. Second period, also no score. Third period, Dan McLaughlin scores from the point. Canes win 1-0. Can this team be stopped? Game 2. Very angry dogs outside. Abramov scoring. I think it's Abramov. And then Campbell scoring for the Canes. No scoring in the second. Third period, boom. Suzuki gets 2 goals, including the game winner. Svechnet's an empty net goal, and the Carolina Hurricanes win Game 2. Dan fractures his jaw. Ouch. And he's set to be back in the lineup in just over a week and a half. Or just about a week and a half, which is crazy. So yeah, yikes. Natchez and Johansson scoring there for the Hurricanes in the first. Second period, we got Campbell scoring. And the third period, Girard gets the empty net goal. And it's a 3-0 series lead for the Hurricanes. We'll view the latest draft rankings. Again, we've only seen one gem so far. He's been a pretty good one, and he's still the only gem in this draft that our scouts have found. Something to keep an eye on when we head into the final draft rankings. But here we go. First period. Teravainen and Sergachev score. It's 2-2. Second period, Hronek scores. In the third period, Canes win. Wow. Okay, Gunler, Aho, Stankoven, Sergachev, and then with 1:01 remaining, Stankoven wins it for the Hurricanes. That is a just absolute dumpster fire of a third period defensively for both teams. But the Canes come out ahead. And have swept the Buffalo Sabres, officially getting the revenge that they wanted. Dan is officially back for the team's next game. It will be a little earlier than I wanted him to, but actually no, not really, because that series went to 7 games, so it's only a day early. So here we go. Canes and Avalanche. Avalanche were definitely the better team in the regular season, so this will be a very entertaining series. In his return to the lineup, Dan scores a goal from the point. Second period, no score. Third period, Landeskog ties it. Wow. So, entertaining first game, low scoring considering both the Canes and the Avalanche and their history of, just great offenses. But I think this will be a phenomenal series. Here we go. Sebastian Aho, Nathan MacKinnon, 2 phenomenal hockey players. Svechnikov turnover from Landeskog. He's gonna dump it in. Car in the wing, defending him. Move cover. He's going to in there. Couldn't be the name. Now, and scores. Colorado takes game 1. Not good defense from the Canes. Svechnikov let the defender pass, or not Svech. Sergachev let the defender past him. Both times they attempted a rush. Mike is choppy. Oh, for the love of God. I hate this mic. Okay, is it better now, or did I make it worse? First period. Girard scores, but it's 3-1 Colorado. Dan gets another goal, and the third period, Canes win. Aho with the game winner, Stankoven and Svechnikov with other goals. The Carolina Hurricanes have tied the series up with a very entertaining win in Game 2. Game 3, on home ice. First period, Nylander gets a power play goal. Second period, Svech gets a power play goal, but Hefner and McKinnon score. Third period, that's a goal from Taylor Radish, and it's a loss for the Hurricanes. Suzuki out for the season. The team's leading point producer in the playoffs is done. That is heartbreaking. It doesn't ruin our Stanley Cup odds, but oh my God. Aho with a power play goal. Second period, another goal from Aho after Nolan Patrick gets a shorty. Third period, Puistola scores. Canes tie the series up. They're not dead yet. Girard out for the season with a pulled groin. My God. Please tell me Colorado is at least missing somebody. They're missing Hurdle, who might be a pretty big loss. However, he has to be pretty old at this point. I don't know. Game 5, first period. Natchez and Nolan Patrick scoring. Haven't seen Natchez's name pop up in the goal scoring column a lot. And the third period, my player. Haven't seen him since the first round, I believe. Getting it done. And here come the Canes and the Avalanche. Overtime again. If you remember, Colorado won in overtime to the games haven't been, but this is a very close, very tough series. Both teams are playing incredibly well, and yeah, it's been difficult. It's been a difficult series. Cale Makar with it now. Svechnikov gets the turnover though. Gets it to Aho. Shooting! What a save! Just exploding off the pad there, and the rebound is cleaned up by the Colorado Avalanche. Gets in, and Hayden Fleury is done in Carolina. I'm telling you right now, Hayden Fleury, for that defensive play, is gone at the draft. Dan McLaughlin, first period, there's a goal. Second period, scores, but everybody else scored for Colorado, apparently. The Canes try to come back, but only score with 53 seconds left. Colorado are your Stanley Cup champions. The Canes have come close the past 3 years, but unfortunately, that is it. Cannot believe it. Hayden Fleury lost us that game. There's another gem that we really don't know anything about. My guess, he's a low top 4D. If it's already showing that there's a low potential, he's probably low top 4D. That was just really bad. The Hurricanes shouldn't have any players retiring this year. I will need to hire a new AHL coach and a new NHL coach. Um, I just, again, man, like, oh, that makes me so mad. Kevin won a few awards. Lady Bing went to Suzuki again. Alright. Kevin won a bunch of awards this year. Did Chicago win any awards? Drury was the best goal scorer. Seems kind of unfair that Dougie Hamilton was in the AHL for his last season. Think he would have just retired. Oh, Edmonton's looking to trade the 3rd overall pick. That's kind of crazy. I think I can also get the 23rd overall pick here in exchange for Hayden. So Fleury actually has like no value? Or can I not trade him? No, he just has no value. Okay. How many years does he have left on his contract? One. Oh, he's gone. I'm not gonna trade him then, but yeah, I'm not re-signing him. He lost us the Stanley Cup. He lost us the Stanley Cup. It's looking like he's the best player available. Um, Davis Marco, 72 overall, pretty good. Welcome to the Canes. My next pick is 61st overall. I am actually going to try and see if there's a newer pick available. This one should be good. It's ridiculous that this is how second round picks are treated. Yeah, no, I can't even trade them. That's literally not worth my damn time. That's insane. Okay, so we'll do the draft. Wow, it's really just looking like these are the best players available, huh? There is a gem, but I did just pick a defensive defenseman, so I'm gonna go with Nathan Ronaldo here. A low top 6 forward, just because I need the top 6 forwards in my life. There's a few goalies here. Let's check potential, just to see what we're looking at later in the draft. Low elite, I'm actually gonna pick him up next round. A couple low elites, which is pretty good actually. A few players that might be low top 6. But we don't really know a ton about the rest of the players here. I'm going to pick Tuomo Kiprusoff because he's probably a medium top 9. He is. Like I said, I'm going to be picking the low elite player next because low elite is the best way to go. He's 18. Skating sucks and everything else is not that great, but like you can build a player out of that, and 54 overall isn't bad. 154th overall. Again, this is where I can kind of take a risk. I can save that guy for the 6th round. So I think I'm actually gonna try Hunter Holland here and hope that he's actually nope, he's not. Okay, bad pick. Sometimes those players end up being what they are. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they end up being better. You just really don't know. But with this pick, I am gonna pick Bobby Haynes. 51 overall is pretty bad, and we're gonna need basically a miracle for him to make it to the NHL. But you know, stranger things have happened. We'll pick Hans Riesen here. Low top 6D. Colorado with their last pick picks a low 7th D, so it could have been worse. But overall, pretty good draft. Not like a fantastic draft, but that's gonna do it for this time. I'm very happy with the team's progress. Happy with the draft. I think it'll work out. We just gotta be patient.